Oh, what's up, everybody? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTW BRB. Welcome back to more WWE versus TEW, the series where we take the weekly events and shows ran by the WWE, such as 205 Live, not NXT or Main Event or Superstars, if that's even around still, or the British Tournament. But nonetheless, majority of the shows that the WWE books throughout their weeks, including pay-per-views and whatnot, and we book them in the game to just see how well WWE does against TEW, or if TEW will be the company that brings WWE down to its knees. Today we've got the June 12th edition of 205 Live, and yeah, I ain't got much else to add to this. Main event of the night, Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese. Let's get on it. We start off tonight with a 34E plus rating. Hyping up tonight is Drake Maverick, the general manager. I've got a question for you guys, because I have a little bit of a dilemma booking some of these angles, such as like this angle, or like a Leo Rush hype video, like of him coming to, NXT. Or not NXT, excuse me, 205. I'm not quite sure if I should have these guys on screen, because the way I always interpret on screen, meaning like they're in front of the audience. But on screen could just mean that, they're, well, on screen, like on your TV screen, they're not off screen pretty much, which is, I don't know, it spells it out for you right there. So I have a little bit of a problem with these because I'm not entirely sure what it would mean. So I'm guessing if they show the person on screen talking or like doing something, then it counts. Like a backstage brawl that counts as on screen. Drake Maverick hyping up tonight's show, it counts because he ended up on screen more towards the end. Leo Rush, despite not being in the arena hyping up his debut for NXT, he's still technically on screen talking. So I guess that would mean they would be on screen. I got off a little bit of a tangent there, but I just it was something I wanted to propose to you guys, and while I have it fresh in my mind, I figured let's just get to it. Nonetheless, like I said, Drake Maverick is hyping up tonight's show. He hypes up what happened last week during the match between Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali, which was broken up pretty much, or ended early, I guess, due to the interference from Hideo Itami, which led to the match being thrown out pretty much. Maverick puts over the fact that he's not going to award such actions, so Hideo Itami is not here tonight. He will not wrestle. He won't even appear, except he totally does appear because he has like a little promo thing. Nonetheless, he hypes up that we will see Mustafa Ali take on Buddy Murphy's training partner, Tony Nese. And then also our opening match of the night will be a 6-man tag team match as Lucha House Party, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Grand Metalik. I couldn't feature all 6 men, so I just went with the most popular and went with Kalisto. They'll be taking on Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick, and Drew Gulak. So unfortunately, that did lose heat for the feud for that, but that's okay. I should have made this a minor, to be honest. That way it didn't affect the storylines, but I guess it does affect the storyline since Drake Maverick told Hideo Itami he wasn't going to be here tonight. But I don't know. A lot of confusing things sometimes when we go to this. Before we jump into the matchup, Lucha House Party's already in the ring as Dasha Fuentes joined the Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak as she asked them about the upcoming match and why they have so much hate towards the Lucha House Party. None of them really could answer that with a straight-on answer. They just kind of, beat around the bush. Like, Brian Kendrick was like, the Lucha House Party stands in our way or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention either and I missed something, but from what I remember, and it's pretty fresh in my mind because I literally just got done watching. And in fact, a lot of these videos are probably uploaded on the same day because, well, I've been a little slacking this week and I'm just kind of uploading them as I watch the show and it gets finished. That way we can get Money in the Bank on Monday because today's a Saturday. Nonetheless, they're just kind of giving generic answers of why they don't like Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Grand Metalik. Nothing too special here. Okay, there we go. Match itself, though, gets a 43, solid D rating here. Subpar wrestling and little heat to it. Look at that. Wow. I guess little heat's from the storyline, but So subpar wrestling, little heat, Lucha House Party, Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado go over Drew Gulak, the Brian Kendrick, and Jack Gallagher in 15 minutes, 50 seconds after Lince Dorado defeats the Brian Kendrick with underhanded tactics. And you read that right. It's not a mistake. Match itself, really good. High pace action. Great way to start out the show. It did slow down a little bit, but that's to be expected, of course. With Gulak, Kendrick, and Gallagher wrestling more of a ground game for one. Just noticed that Drew Gulak is supposed to be in the front because where his name is, but he is swapped with Jack Gallagher, so it looks like Jack Gallagher is Drew Gulak. Whatever. We're doing some Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt stuff here like WWE does over here on the OMG channel. But, it did slow down a little bit. Gulak at one point tried cheating. He tried to grab the tights, I believe it was of Kalisto, and all hell broke loose there. I think we had a double, pretty much front flip or flip over the ropes, whatever you want to call it, onto Drew Gulak and not Drew Gulak. Well, no, Drew Gulak. I was looking at Jack Gallagher when I said Drew Gulak, but it's under his name. But Drew Gulak was in the thing too, so it was Jack Gallagher and Drew Gulak with Kalisto and Metalik doing the dives, and then at one point Lince goes for a move, but Kendrick counters it pretty strong with the captain's hook. Makes it, it looks like he's about to tap, but Lince is able to get out of it, roll him over for a quick small package pin, grabs the tights just like Gulak did to them earlier. Maybe it was Lince he grabbed the tights off, I don't know. Either way, Lince Dorado and team wins the match. Kalisto off his game, which is unfortunate. Drew Gulak is getting better at his gimmick. Vic Joseph and Percy Watson have good chemistry. I believe we already knew that. So it looks like both Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik were the worst performers of the match, both with a 36 in-ring performance. Kalisto with a 40 in-ring performance, and that's with him off his game, so he probably would have been the best. Drew Gulak with a 41, the Brian Kendrick with a 39, and Jack Gallagher with a 42, best on his team. Excuse me, I'm trying to say Kendrick and Gallagher together for some reason. Kendrick was the worst on his team. No worker improvements, though. 35 E+ rated segment. As, like I said, Hideo Itami wasn't supposed to be here, but he cuts a quick little brief promo warning Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy, saying how neither Buddy Murphy nor Mustafa Ali deserve a shot at the Cruiserweight Championship, and how he's earned it pretty much. He speaks in Japanese in the beginning, but you're not really entirely sure what he says. Hideo Itami, though, is calling his shot. He wants the Cruiserweight Championship. What is this? Yeah, go ahead and... Oh, no. We're not doing the... Are we still doing a jealous? I mean, he's kind of jealous, is he not? He's jealous that Murphy and Ali are getting their shots, but I feel like it's not the right gimmick for him now, because we were playing off that he was jealous of, like, the fans maybe liking Akira Tozawa, but now that feud is dropped, so... Nonetheless, there you have that. 35 E+. Real quick, before we move on, I'm going to... cancel gimmick for Itami. Alright. We then jump back to a freestyle segment backstage. 35 E+. Buddy Murphy approaches Drake Maverick in his office. He tells Murphy he wants Hideo Itami. Not Murphy. He tells Maverick he wants Hideo Itami. Pretty much putting over, I'm not wrestling until you give me Hideo Itami. And yada, yada, yada. Maverick is just, it's kind of amused, like, oh, you're not wrestling, is that so? Well, let me tell you something here, Buddy Murphy. He's just like, you're not going to get Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami's been off. And you know who else wants Hideo Itami? Mustafa Ali wants Hideo Itami, yada, yada, yada. I really like this promo, to be honest, which is kind of why I remember a little bit more, because if I like it, I pay more attention to it. Nonetheless, he just pretty much tells Buddy Murphy straight up that you'll get what you want when I say so, pretty much. And tells him pretty much just to keep the peace as he walks off. I love Drake Maverick as the general manager. Golly, is he so great. He is so great. I've always been a fan of Rockstar Spud. In fact, if you guys remember a little series I had on my channel for a little while, we did a series on Twitch that I uploaded here on YouTube where I would have you guys book a company, decide who's, getting hired and all that stuff, what gimmicks they have, who's our champions, whatnot, what other names, stuff like that. The only thing I did was I made Rockstar Spud, our general manager. The company was called IWC, International Wrestling Corporation. And Drake Maverick, or Rockstar Spud, his name was IWC as well, or his initials were IWC. Kind of like, EC3, IWC was his initials, and it stood for Ian Williams Carter. So it was like a way to play off, he's also a Carter family, but not really, Just, I don't know. I really enjoy the gimmick idea. But I've always thought myself that Drake Maverick would make a great general manager or like authority figure. He's just perfect. I mean, he's not a bad wrestler, but he's always just he's a much better manager or much better authority figure. And it just fills me with joy to see him in WWE doing exactly what I always thought he would have been great at. So it's awesome. By the way, if you want to check out that IWC series, I always have a playlist for it. You can go check it out there. I warn you, though. I warn you, there's a reason why we stopped. All right. We then go to a 32 E+ rating here. God, whatever. Thanks a lot, Cedric. Cedric later on joins Mustafa Ali as his manager in the match, so I made him manager, but unfortunately that makes him freaking help him in this angle too. Whatever, it doesn't matter that much. 32 E+ as Mustafa Ali. He gets. I don't know why they do this for some wrestlers and why they don't do it for some others. I wish they would just stop it because it's so cheesy. But they have their name appear before they start cutting the promo. I don't know. That's just cheesy to me. Anyway, Mustafa Ali, he's backstage. He's just cutting a promo pretty much talking about how Hideo Itami cost him his, he was so close to beating the unstoppable Buddy Murphy until Hideo Itami came in, and how he's going to get his hands on Murphy, or he's going to get his hands on Hideo Itami. Both of them pretty much. And then he also talks about how he's got to get through Tony Nese first tonight. So there you have that. Ignore Cedric Alexander. 32 E+ for that. Big Break John comes in here again with our 100 A-star rating. Thank you for our pointless commercial break, John Cena. You are a true player. We then jump in. Wow, this does a little bit better than you would think. 37 D- rating here. Pretty much Akira Tozawa got the rating for us, I guess. Terrible matchup. Akira Tozawa goes over local talent Steve Irby in 3 minutes, 12 seconds with the bridging German suplex. Not exactly sure what he won by, because I'll be honest, I was playing a game on my phone when this match was going on. It's a jobber match. I wasn't paying attention. Nonetheless, Tozawa getting better at his gimmick. Cooled the crowd. Steve Irby with an in-ring performance of a 22. And Akira Tozawa with a 37. Steve Irby is played by a gentleman named Edward Malkin, if any of you guys were curious. Now, I don't know if that's him in real life. It's just who I picked, by the way. And Steve Irby making the most of his appearance here tonight, as does everybody, it seems, when they get in here. Improving in technical and performance skills. So, thanks, Steve. 28 solid E rating here as we get hyped for Lio Rush, as he's going to be coming to... Did I say NXT? I did type in NXT. 205. He's going to be coming to 205 Live, not NXT. He's kind of got like a Playboy, rapper, City Slicker kind of gimmick here. I only say rapper because Cedric Alexander and him have some Twitter beef going on or something, and he said we already had a rapper on 205 Live. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it NXT. And it didn't go over too well, pretty much. Clearly talking about Enzo Amore. Nonetheless, I really enjoy Lio Rush in this role. I think he plays it off really well, and I'm excited to see where he goes. 205 Live, in my opinion, is probably the best place for Lio Rush. 37 D- here as Tony Nese cuts a quick promo. You don't get to hear from him very often. In fact, we haven't seen him in a while. He pretty much just puts over that Mustafa Ali made a mistake. If he wants to, challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship, he shouldn't have accepted his challenge here tonight because he's pretty much going to take him out because he's, the premier athlete. That's what they call him. The premier athlete of 205 Live, pretty much. 37 D- for Mr. Tony Nese. Buddy Murphy not helping him. He is his manager. Interesting. 32 E+ here as TJP gets that lame-o intro with his names across first before going back to him as he just expresses how he's upset that he was left off 205 Live once again. And then goes on to say, Drake Maverick's going to be pretty upset, when this cruiser great becomes a heavy great, and he finds himself on a different brand pretty much because Maverick won't know what he has until he's lost it or something like that. It makes me wonder if they're going to do like TJP versus Drake Maverick or something like that. Because Rockstar Spud can wrestle. I don't think anything happened to him to where he can't. So it'll be interesting if Rockstar Spud actually gets in the ring. But I don't want to get my hopes up. Then again, you know, they are TNA guys too when you think about it. Manic versus Rockstar Spud. I'm pretty sure that match has happened. 31 E+ rating before the match begins. Buddy Murphy came out to accompany Tony Nese during his entrance. And he gets into the ring kind of behind Mustafa Ali before the match begins. And him and Tony Nese kind of like circle around Mustafa Ali as it looks like they're about to beat down on him. That's when the Cruiserweight Champions music hits. And out comes Cedric Alexander to, make the save, I guess, and join Mustafa Ali's side in this matchup. Which is why he was his manager earlier in the night. Lost heat for the Cruiserweight title feud, though. That's unfortunate. Match itself gets a 37 D- rating here. Ooh, Tony Nese. Visibly tired. We are going to have to improve his stamina. Because that is only a 12-minute match. He should not be getting that tired. Tony Nese stamina. Alright. Terrible matchup here. Mustafa Ali goes over Tony Nese in 12 minutes, 2 seconds by pinfall with the, oh boy. 054? Yeah, 054. It's 450 backwards. Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander were out there, and of course they caused their little distractions here and there. But at the end of the day, Mustafa Ali was able to pick up the win. Nothing too special here. In fact, if you ask me, Tony Nese was a more impressive than Mustafa Ali in this match. But it's because Mustafa takes a lot of the damage in the match. He's taking a lot of the heat, and he just kind of comes back halfway through, which I'm really starting to notice that's like a thing in all of his matches lately. It's like, okay, come on. I want to see something new. Like, I love Bret Hart, I really do. But when I started doing that 30 days of Royal Rumble until I just got worn out, which, that's my bad. Should have known that was going to happen, but what can you do? Anyway, when I kept seeing all these Bret Hart matches, I started realizing, like, wow, you're doing a lot of the same stuff and telling pretty much the same story in this match like you did all from last year's Royal Rumble. And that's kind of the idea I get from Mustafa Ali. It's always, I get beat down and then come back right at the end with the 054 pretty much just to pick up the victory. And then when I say he gets beat down, like, he pretty much gets beat down. They're really trying to sell that he's like, the heart. In fact, he annoyingly tells you all the time, you don't got the heart or stuff like that. It's pretty annoying. Nonetheless, Alexander did some good work ringside. Tony Nese was off his game, and he was also visibly tired, so that's unfortunate for him. Interesting here, though. This is their first match together, so first time we're seeing this. Mustafa Ali and Tony Nese have a great chemistry with each other, and it showed in their performance. All right, cool. Probably did better than the actual match, because the actual match to me was, There was really one cool spot, though, where, like, Tony Nese, like, picks up Ali and, like, tosses him into the air, and he, like, hits his back up against the steel post. I thought that was kind of cool. Did cool the crowd. Mustafa Ali had an in-ring performance of a 35. Tony Nese 2 points below with a 33. No worker improvements. As we end off the night with a 36 D-. Mustafa Ali takes the mic after the match and he says, Drake Maverick, he talks about giving everybody what they want. Well, why doesn't he just give us what we want then? Buddy Murphy and I and Hideo Itami want to beat the hell out of each other, so make it happen. A triple threat match pretty much. And then we go backstage to Drake Maverick, who I guess was watching it on TV, where Dasha Fuentes comes in and she expresses that, TJP why do I want to call Mustafa Ali TJP as well? It's two mistakes, NXT and TJP, Mustafa Ali wants a triple threat match, and she wants Drake Maverick's response pretty much. Drake goes on and says, I give people what they want, so next week, sometimes my job is easy. Next week, we are going to see Mustafa Ali take on Buddy Murphy, taking on Hideo Itami, in a triple threat match in the main event. So, Cedric Alexander helping Ali again. Thank you, Cedric. And we end off the show. What do we get? Probably a C. Oh! Look at that. It's about what you would expect, to be honest. A 41 solid D. I'm thinking it was going to be one of those outrageous ratings, but no. We're good. God, I keep forgetting to do this, guys. I'm so sorry. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. But, seeing the Grand Metalik was slightly overused made me realize what I messed up on. Grand Metalik's like an opener, so he shouldn't have been in a match that long. I always forget whenever I want to do 205 Live, I want to, I try to remember to look at the people that are on the show and then book them in what's the word? Pretty much the mid carders and upper mid carders. I'm trying to book them in the push. I think they are on 205 Live pretty much. Like Cedric Alexander's a mid carder, but on 205 Live he's a main eventer. So that's yeah. That was my bad. I always forget to do that. I got to remember to do that pretty much. Solid 41D though for the show. That's about where you would expect it. Grand Metalik apparently was slightly overused, and I didn't bring this up. My bad. I always forget to bring this up whenever it happens because, well, I'm just so into trying to get into the show. I always forget, to bring up other stuff. Um, this show had more matches than it had angles. We didn't have enough angles to counteract our matches. Even with John Cena on the card, like I said, I'm not going to help them out. I'm going to do the bare minimum. John Cena only needed 6 minutes to talk because that's all I needed left to book in, and that's all it was. If it wasn't enough to fix your problem, WWE, that's not my problem. But, yeah, I guess there was too many matches. Again, they're lucky it happened on 205 Live because it doesn't get that much of a ding. We won't lose popularity on a minor show. But they better not do it on SmackDown or Raw. Could you imagine that Raw? I went to this Raw, so this is what really makes me think about it. The Gauntlet Raw that, Seth Rollins pretty much stole the show in. That would have not gone down well in Total Extreme Wrestling. In fact, everyone liked that Raw, but I wasn't too in on that Raw, I'll be honest. I was kind of upset that I went to that Raw, and I'm kind of happy I didn't have to pay for those tickets because I was hoping to see a little bit more. Nonetheless, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. And also don't forget to share this video with your friends, your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams, your social medias all over the world. I don't give a dams. Give it a share, of course, to any of your buddies out there who you feel would enjoy my content. Help your boy get some more subscribers up in this bitch. It always is appreciated. As always, I've got a couple of my buddies down below in the description box. You can always check out. I highly recommend checking out Raging Yoshi. He's very active on YouTube, doing a Final Fantasy X Let's Play. He just did an update video not too long ago, and he's really trying to get in, reevaluate his channel. So, maybe this is the time to get in there. It's pretty much going to be a new channel, I'm suspecting. I love that dude, though, so definitely give him a check out. And my buddy ZachManziNVO on Twitch. You can check him down below in the description as well. He's always on Twitch, every day at least. He's not like 24 hours on Twitch, but you can always catch him streaming on Twitch every day. He's always doing something there. And that's about it. I will see you guys for SmackDown Live. And, yeah, have a good one. See you later.